Well, welcome to Value Proposition. I'm excited to be hosting our segment today. Unfortunately, it was very difficult for me to be at every office to be able to facilitate these, and we wanted to be able to do these in your offices so that you had the opportunity to work with your office leaders through your role plays and really give you a chance to really individualize and make this work inside each of your offices. So, like I said, I'm very excited to be able to host it. What's going to happen today is you're going to be watching the video. We're going to pause. You're going to do some role plays with your office leaders and with your peers. You're going to work through a few things, and then I'll continue on. So looking forward to facilitating this for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, as you know, there are a lot of big changes happening in our industry, which also meant there needed to be a lot of changes happening within our company. So there are some big changes that are happening within H&R Block. We are once again positioning ourselves to be the leader in the tax industry. And some of those changes that you're gonna see, and you've probably already heard about, is our upfront transparent pricing. Every client will know what their price is upfront before they ever get to the end of the tax experience. So that's a big win for us and for our clients to be able to share that. No other company will be able to do that, just H&R Block. So we're very excited about that, again, being the leaders. You're going to find that most of your clients are going to have lower prices. We're going to also talk to you about some clients that may not experience a lower price. We're not going to be advertising that lower price because not everyone will get a lower price. So we want to make sure that we give you all the tools to be successful. And of course, we want to provide you with customer-centric products for our clients to be focused on products that can help your client and create retention with you. So let's go ahead and talk about the objectives for today's session. When you finish this course, you're going to be able to understand the strategy of upfront transparent pricing, and you're going to be able to explain this to your clients. You're going to bring the 4 proof points to life in the tax office, and we're going to go over those in just a second. You'll be able to effectively handle client conversations, such as price increase and maybe a refund surprise. You're going to be able to improve the way we differentiate new and prior clients to improve the experience for both, and then to increase retention. And we also want to increase your own personal retention. That is a big focus for us this year. What are you going to do to increase your own personal retention of your clients to you? So what's the alignment to our brand strategy? Well, of course, we've talked about our purpose, our brand promise, and our 4 proof points, but I want to make sure that we go over them one more time. So our purpose is to provide, help, and inspire confidence in our clients and communities everywhere. Again, like I shared in the workshops before, it's not just within the 4 walls of H&R Block, but it's in our communities throughout our area, that we are a part of those communities. We're helping people. We're being the experts in our community. And not only being the experts, but we're being the hands and feet in our community as well, by helping with nonprofits, by being involved in community events. Our brand promise is we deliver a unique and better experience where expertise can meet care. And of course, our 4 proof points: demonstrated expertise, genuine care, reassuring transparency, and more ways to get taxes done. Well, this year, as you know, with the TCJA, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, a lot of things were eliminated, and we want to make sure that our clients understand that we are doing everything within our power to provide a great experience and utilize our expertise and knowledge to ensure that they're getting the best value for their money and getting the best return and refund or amount of liability that is legally owed. So we want to make sure that we are providing a great experience for them. So that leads us into demonstrated genuine care. We want to show our clients that we really care about them. So here's some guiding principles for hospitality. Hospitality, attention, and care are extremely meaningful to our clients. Everyone wants to have a great, genuine, great experience in our office. We're in the relationship business. Clients come to us and they discuss very personal information and very sensitive information with us every year. They come to us with some of their most personal information, and they trust us. It's our responsibility and our duty to make them feel welcome and secure, that they have all of our undivided attention, that they can, and to make sure they know they came to the right place. Our clients must feel like we respect and value them as a person, not just as a client. And we want to retain our clients. We've got to create a very positive impression. So each person in our office has a very vital role to that. So the first person a client sees or speaks to is our CSPs, our client service professionals. That first impression is a lasting experience, and I shared my Salon Fouché experience with you guys at our workshop, so you know how someone running to the door, welcoming my wife and I on our anniversary, calling us out by name, made a huge difference. We want to make people feel welcome. We want them to feel like they're in good hands, and that CSP sets the tone in our office. All our CSPs should stand in anticipation and greet clients with a smile. We should be ready to greet each of our clients. We should acknowledge the client by name. We should set expectations and offer support. We should offer elements of hospitality. And you know, the example here on the slide says, would you like any coffee or water while you wait? And I want to take it to the next level of, would you like cream and sugar today with your coffee, as opposed to like, would you like coffee? Oh, you don't want any coffee? Let me get you a cup of water. Let's change the perspective inside our offices. We want to check in with them periodically, every 7 to 10 minutes, to make sure they're okay. Remember, people who are waiting that are engaged, the wait seems less. You should be checking in with the clients anytime you walk by, and that goes for all of us, not just our CSPs. And we want to make sure we're always thanking our clients for their business. The tax professional, you're the expert. This is the commodity we sell, as your expertise. They want to come and share their tax experience with you. They want to put all their trust into your knowledge and expertise. They didn't come for a machine. They didn't come for Watson. They didn't come for software. They came for you. They came to be engaged. They want your undivided attention, and they want to know that you're ready to talk and listen to each of them. You should introduce yourself and always reset expectations. Make sure your clients know what they're getting into when they come into the office. Set expectations with them. Be transparent with them. Make sure they understand the pricing. Make sure they understand what the expectation is. Offer options. Learn your client's story. Take time to listen to your clients. I shared my personal story about my adoption with my kids. Had my tax professional not engaged and had a conversation about my 2 children and how much they looked like my wife and I, it would have never opened up to have the conversation that they actually were adopted. When she said, David, there's no denying that you're Alicia's dad, I was, yeah, I can, because I'm not naturally her father. I'm not biologically her father. I'm her father in my heart, not through biological means, by any means. But she was able to talk to us about the adoption credit, and she saved us a ton of money, and it was one of the first times I'd ever gotten a refund. She wowed me. Respond appropriately to life events. Congratulate them on getting married. Tell them sorry about their loss. Be engaged about what's going on in their life. And communicate clearly throughout the process. If you are just banging in on the computer, you're just a data inputter, and we want to change you so that you can show your expertise and knowledge, not just be a person who inputs data. Office manager, you are the host of the office. You want to make your office feel like home, warm and caring. You're going to make sure everything is going on in your office. You're going to have touch points at the desk with every client. You're going to engage every client. You're going to clear the path for your tax professionals to ensure that they can do their jobs. We want clients to feel reassured by the confidence that you express in your people, and they trust that you're watching over and guiding their entire experience. I want you to check in with clients when and if you walk by. Acknowledge client loyalty and let them know you remember them. Thank you for the years of service. Circulate the office often. Ensure all associates are delivering an outstanding client experience. And of course, thank them for their business. So through the client lens, I'm going to take just a few minutes here. I want you to pause the video, and I want you to stop here and talk a little bit about what do you see that's going on in this picture. What is it, just body language telling you what is going on? So we're going to pause for a few seconds here and then resume the video when you're ready. Great. So you did probably pick up on a couple of things. First of all, have you ever been to Walmart and there are 32 checkout lanes and only 1 cashier? But you see tons of Walmart employees walking around and you're in a line that's 40 people deep and you're going, why aren't they checking me out? Well, we don't know the circumstances of why those people are walking around. Maybe they're not cashiers. Maybe they don't know how to use the the cash register. But nonetheless, it makes us feel like we're not cared about. That's exactly one of the things that's happening in this. You have you have a CSP and a tax professional engaged. What they might not know is Bill there in the blue shirt, he's a first-year tax professional. The two clients waiting have a very complex return. They don't know that he's a first-year tax professional and can't handle their situation. All they see is that they're interacting and having fun and ignoring them. There's a lot of other things. So talk about some of the things that you learned in the picture and what you might have learned from the picture. So this year we're going to be able to pick one and create one. And I chose one. Use AM to identify client tenure, and when appropriate, say at least 2 times, "Thank you for being a loyal client." Team 2, you're going to pick, if you have the most tenured client for the day, all associates in the office gather around the cubicle of that tax pro at the beginning of the interview and thank the client for their years of loyal service. Team 3, we're going to break you up into 3 teams. OM personally recognizes the client of the day. This would be the client that that day who has been with H&R Block the longest tenure with H&R Block, and H&R Block is determined from appointment manager. So now those are 3 things that we can do to talk about OM, TP, and CSP. So these are the ones that I picked, but I want you to create something around a great client experience. So it doesn't have to actually be about tenure, but I want you to sit down and think about it. So team 1, you're going to think about what could you do different in your office? What could you do different from the CSP standpoint in your office? Team 2, you're going to pick the tax professional. What are you guys going to create for your office that a tax professional could do differently in your office to create a great client experience? And then team 3, what do you think your office leaders could be doing to create a great experience for your office? So take a few minutes, pause once again, take a few minutes, break up into 3 teams. Your office leaders will kind of facilitate that and talk about some things that you could be doing for each one of these things to create a great experience in your office. So go ahead and pause now. Okay, great. I'm so glad. I hope that everything there went really well. So I am going to hop out of this real quick, and I am going to show you a video. Let me log in here. And let's see.
Sure, Frank is available Thursday. He has either 2:30 or 5:30 available. Would either of those work for you? Great. We'll see you Thursday at 5:30, and I'll be sure to let Frank know you're a referral from a current client. He'll be happy to hear that. Be sure to bring your documents as we discussed, and we look forward to meeting you. Yes, we do have upfront pricing. We want to take the mystery out of what tax prep costs for our clients. When you arrive, I'll give you a price sheet so that you can determine your costs based on your personal tax situation. But if you'd like to speak to someone right now, I can have one of my tax professionals chat with you. Frank's not here right now, but another tax professional could answer your questions. No problem at all. Frank will cover pricing with you before he gets started. Can I help you with anything else? Great. See you Thursday then. Welcome to H&R Block. My name's Bailey. How may I help you?
I need to get my taxes done. I drive by here all the time and it looks like you guys are always open. Do I need an appointment?
Not at all. Would you like to utilize our convenient drop-off service, or would you like to consult with a tax professional now?
I think I'd rather chat with a tax professional. How long is the wait?
We have a few tax professionals that should be available in about 10 to 15 minutes, but I'll need to be sure one's best suited to your personal situation. Do you have some time to wait?
Sure, I can wait. This is my day off, so I'd rather just get these done and over.
Great. Have you ever had your taxes prepared by H&R Block before?
No, I usually do them myself, but I figured, why kill myself when somebody else can probably do it faster?
Thank you for trusting us. Would you mind taking just a couple minutes to fill out our check-in form? It'll help me match you with a tax professional appropriate to your situation.
Sure, thank you.
You look like you're on a mission. Can I answer any questions?
Yeah, can you tell me what type of 1099 this is so I can figure out how much this will cost?
I can see where that would be confusing. I'm not a tax preparer myself, but I know the good ones. Let me see if I can find someone to clarify that for you. Oh, Sharon, can you help me? Steve has a question about a tax form. Are you available to help him? Steve, this is Sharon, our office manager. She's prepared taxes for many years. She can answer your question about your 1099.
Thank you.
How can I help you?
Yep.
All right, let's take a look. So this is a 1099 for earned income. It is different than a W-2 form. Do you have more than one job?
I do now. I'm an engineer for several apartment complexes, but I do some handyman work on the side. I've been doing that for about a year now. My buddy opened up a handyman business, and I work for him part-time.
All right, well, that explains it. So he is reporting the income that you earned from him. Does he pay you by the job?
Yes.
Okay. So he reports to the IRS how much he paid you, and then you pay taxes on that income. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you mean. He pays me a certain rate per job.
Yes. He pays you as an independent contractor, which is different than an employee. No taxes are withheld, and you are responsible for paying those taxes.
So that puts me in a complex tax filing situation, and I add the number from this form to that one.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Because this type of income is considered self-employed by the IRS, we will have to prepare a Schedule C to account for it. There will be an added charge, but you can deduct expenses for your job like tools, mileage, etc.
I never understood the difference of working for him versus my primary job.
That's not unusual. Unfortunately, there are a lot of skilled craftsmen who are paid this way and do not understand the tax implications. But that is why we are here to help explain if you continue to have this income.
Well, I appreciate it. But now you got me wondering, am I charging enough for the work I do?
Your tax professional will help you to understand the tax implications of being self-employed. By the way, how do you like our upfront pricing transparency? Is it helpful?
I appreciate not going into this blind. See, normally I'll do my taxes online, but their costs and fees always change. I like having an estimate of the cost I'm going to pay, and I hope it doesn't change today.
Well, it is possible that it could change based on what your tax professional uncovers during your tax interview. But I promise that we will explain if that happens.
I'm so glad I came in today. There's no way I would have ever gotten this self-employment tax stuff done. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Happy to help.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Let me get this plugged in and get you set up with someone right away. Great news, you've been matched with our tax professional, Phil, and I can tell he's just about finished up back there. I think it'll be about another 5 minutes. Are you still good on time?
Yeah, I mean, I can wait. How long will it take once I get in with him?
On average, tax interviews take about an hour. Some are less and some are more, just depending on the complexity of the tax situation. If you get started and need to leave, Phil can finish up for you and then offer you options to complete, like coming back in to sign or completing online. Please take a moment to look over our price sheet. We believe your price should not be a surprise at the end of your appointment. The price sheet will help you determine the cost of your tax preparation today. Then, Phil can answer any questions you have before he gets started with your return. Also, here's an envelope to hold your documents. May I offer you any coffee or water while you wait?
No, thanks, I'm good. I will go ahead and look over this price sheet while I wait.
Great. Phil will be up here in just a couple minutes to start your appointment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. So we got to experience a demonstration of what it looks like at our front desk. Were there some things that maybe that you noticed that she was doing, and some takeaways that you might have learned? So go ahead and pause the video now and take a few minutes to kind of discuss some of the things that you noticed. Okay, great. So I'm super excited that you guys had a chance to talk about that. Did you notice some things like she mentioned the clients by name? She talked about the price transparency. She talked about the expertise of the tax professionals. So a lot of great things happening in that video scene. So let's skip up to upfront transparent pricing. So this is kind of an exciting topic that we've been looking forward to discussing. Our current state, clients come in for tax preparation. They sit for an hour or so. They have no idea of how much the tax preparation is going to cost. We finish the tax prep and we nervously hit the button so we can see the price. We show them the price, and at the end their jaw drops, and sometimes our own jaw drops. We want to make a change to that. This is what we've heard from our clients. There's a lack of price transparency. It increases client anxiety about the tax event. New clients want to know before they start the filing process. How much will the return cost? Setting my expectations up front establishes trust. How their price will be delivered. I'm not leaving because of the price, but I want to know before we start. What we've heard from you. Our prices are too high. I'm nervous every time I get to the fee screen. I don't know what to expect. I can't explain our fees to my clients because I don't understand them. We nickel and dime people. We charge too much when a client has just one more thing that moves them up. New and prior client feedback. 41% of new clients do not return. They talk with their feet. 39% of prior clients don't return. We want to change that trajectory. We want to increase retention. And as I said in the beginning, we want to increase same tax pro retention. We want to increase the retention back to you, not only back to H&R Block. So here's our solution. Upfront, transparent, and simplified pricing. It accounts for tax reform. Company offices are investing in lowering prices, and it will be a core part of our advertising. Making the complex simple. We have condensed 250 federal, state, and local bill items into 5 bundles and 25 add-ons. We've switched from prepaid forms, calculations, and inputs to inputs. New pricing process. This is not a price quote. It is not a price guarantee. There will be circumstances where a client may not have self-identified the proper fee and the price might be different, but we can tell them as we go along the process. Clients can self-identify a fee based on their circumstances, and tax pros will ask if clients have questions before the interview and provide clear explanations of any changes at the end. Clients are saving. There's targeted price reductions. Critical to enter all the information into BlockWorks. One of the things that we want to ensure is that many of you are very smart when it comes, and you know with the new standard deduction that many times clients won't qualify. We want to make sure we are inputting all that data to let the system determine it. You are still the expert. Do not undermine yourself. If you have to enter everything to show them that you are utilizing your expertise. Homeowners on average will have a $49 savings for our clients. In tax season 19, average client will pay $307, while in tax season 18 they would have paid about $356. So what a big win for our clients. Visibility is going to be very critical. We're going to really push the upfront pricing. We want to have no surprises. We're going to really have a lot of visibility items. It's going to be on our windows. We're going to have a lot of great marketing material for it. We will also have a pricing board in the lobby where clients can come and see, also with our pricing sheets. The price sheet is to remain in the office. We are not handing price sheets out to walk out the door. Those price sheets should be kept in the office, and we need to make sure that they are secured in our offices. So when you are sharing the price sheets, make sure that you are getting the price sheets back. Calculations to input-based pricing. Tax prep is now 5 bundles and 22 add-ons. It represents every item we used to bill for. New single price for a farm represents a Schedule F and all the calculations and forms that go with it. This model is built on inputs, not tax forms. A homeowner is billed because it captures their overall complexity. It is not based on if they itemize. Don't be alarmed. We've reviewed client price swings and will help you navigate the most common conversations. It may appear that we've raised our prices when reviewing the line item fees compared to similar output items last year, but it's not the case because they're all in one bundle now. So in the past it was line items, so those line items now fall into one bundle. We took multiple items we charged for last year and put them all in one upfront fee. For instance, farms and businesses, we no longer charge for selling or depreciating assets. We no longer charge for the calculation of self-employed taxes for businesses. The price sheet. This is what your price sheet's going to look like. It's going to have the base price and state return price. Items included at no extra charge. The additional items and additional products. That will be on our price sheets. Your base price and state will be at the top. The prices obviously are not being displayed. We will not share that until right at tax season because we do not want our competitors to know how we're pricing this year. We want to stay one step ahead of it. Your state return price will be $59 if we have a state return. Additional items. Common items, these are the add-on items. Refundable and dependent credits, not dependable. Investment and personal income. Less common incomes, common items from business income, unique tax situations, and miscellaneous tax items. If you have a form that isn't listed, that means there is no charge. Again, if there is a form on here that is not listed, that means there is no additional charge. Items included at no charge: real estate and property tax deductions, charitable contributions, qualified retirement contributions, self-employed tax deductions, sales tax deduction, medical and dental expense deductions, education credits, premium tax credit, educator expense deductions, energy credits, self-employed health insurance deductions, clergy member worksheets. These are all included at no additional charge. Please do not be afraid to enter every single item they bring. Please make sure you're doing it so you demonstrate your expertise, that you are inputting all the data. It is very important. Do not worry about it creating additional fees because there are no additional fees. Additional products. Of course, these are our products that are designed to help our clients. So, of course, we have the Protection Bundle, Peace of Mind, Tax Identity Shield, Second Look, Refund Transfer. We also talk about our 100% satisfaction guarantee, 100% accuracy guarantee, and our maximum refund guarantee. If you do not know what our guarantees are, please work with your office leaders. You should know each one of these guarantees and exactly what it tells our clients and what is offered in our guarantees. Tax Desk, new client at the beginning. Introduce yourself and retrieve your client's documents. Before reviewing the documents, ask if they've had a chance to review the pricing. Talk about the pricing up front. Examples of what to say. Thank you for choosing H&R Block. I will make sure you get an accurate return with the best possible outcome. Let's take a look at what documents you brought in. Do you have any questions about the price before we get started? No? Great, let's get started. Yes? Okay, let's go ahead and get started, and when we get to your outcome, I'll explain how your tax situation impacted your price. Taxes are stressful enough. Allow the conversation to be guided by the client. Returning client. Greet the client, retrieve client information. Example of what to say. Welcome back. How have you been? Let's look at what your documents you brought in. Has anything changed since last year? Do you have any questions about the price? So again, allow the conversation to be guided by your client. Confirming the estimate. Confirm the estimate at the client request. Explain the value proposition, then review the client's documents and price sheet to show the client how we determine price. So here's an example. Our pricing is personalized based on your tax situation. Based on what I've reviewed, it looks like the price of your return will be. Are you ready to get started? No? Okay, let's go ahead and get started, and when we get to your outcome, I'll explain your tax situation how it impacted your price. Again, let it be guided by the client. Enter everything. Enter all, and I'm going to reiterate this, all the document information. Make sure you are showing your expertise by entering all the information. Value is provided by entering all documents. This ensures your client receives an accurate and complete tax return. Remember, items not used on federal may be used for the state. Be prepared. Promotion clients, free easy, half off. We will not have those this year. There is no dependent override clients, and there's not required to file will all have fees this year. These will not be free this year. So they will be special pricing for each of these. Of course, there is no EZ, so we can't have a free EZ. At the tax desk, at the end overview, review the final price. Discuss year-over-year savings if applicable. Make sure that this is also a great time to talk about tax tips. Show empathy and explain why the price is higher if the price was higher than expected. Show empathy and explain why the price was higher using the price sheet as a reference. It looks like your fees are higher than originally anticipated. It turns out your tax situation is actually, this increased your fees by. Again, you'll be able to talk those things through because you'll have a price and the why the price went, as opposed to in the past when we just had prices and we didn't even know how pricing worked. Price lower than expected. Explain why the price is lower using the price sheet as a reference. It looks like your fees are less than we expected. It turns out your tax situation is actually X. That lowered your fees. Again, be the expert and talk about how you were able to save them money by only having to include the items that were required by the IRS for them to use for their filing and how it saved them money. Discounting. Remember, discounting should only be done when necessary. At the workshops, when we talked about discounting, when do we discount? When we're scratched and dented, right? When we do not meet a brand expectation, whether that be because of you or because of a situation in our office, that's when discounting is appropriate. Discounting should not just be done as a blanket way. Most of our clients are going to see a reduction in price this year, so there's already a big win. The price the client calculated is not a guaranteed price. The client does not get to, it's not a value menu. The client doesn't get to choose the price. The forms needed determine the price. So as you have to add forms, make sure you're having great communication with it. If the client did not select the correct bundle or missed add-ons, explain why the price changed. Do not discount the price the client expected. Explain their situation. Manager-approved discounts should be limited to service breaks. Again, any break in our brand promise should be discounted. Again, whether it be you, the experience, wait time, something that was created a bad experience for the client or a service break is when we should give a discount. Honor client coupons. If a client brings in a coupon, honor the coupon. The refund surprise. Taxpayers without children under the age of 17 and high itemized deductions might have a refund surprise. Taxpayers whose children under the age 17 have ITINs instead of Social Security numbers, they might have a refund surprise. Taxpayers who previously itemized with large amounts of state and local income taxes might have a refund surprise. Mortgage home equity interest, unreimbursed employee business expenses, and moving expenses this year are different, so there may be a refund surprise. So now we're going to jump into a role play. So if you will pause, your office leaders will have the role play. Here's your scenario. Determine who the client will be and who the tax professional will be. You're going to put two chairs, other chairs around the perimeter. We're going to do a fishbowl exercise. You'll have 10 minutes to switch in and out of the role play. The scenario, your client was previously a free EZ client. When you take them back to your desk, he or she is a little worried. He or she is a single individual with only one W-2 job. The return will cost $118 this year, $59 for federal and $59 for state. Role play how you open the conversation, catch up and address the price increase. So go ahead and pause and do your scenario. Great, let's go ahead and debrief now. So what did you learn about the role play? How did it go? Let's go ahead and jump into role play number 2. So once again, same as before, this is your scenario. You are preparing a tax return for a prior client. Last year you provided a refund estimate for their 2018 return. He or she ended up changing their withholding to withhold less than previously, and the new withholding tables went into effect. Consequently, their refund is much less than the estimate from last year. Role play the conversation at the end of the tax interview when you will explain what happened to the refund compared to the estimate and help the client plan for next year's desired income or outcome. Go ahead and role play. Go ahead and pause. Great. What is your debrief? talk a little bit about what you learned. Go ahead and pause. Now we're going to start talking about new client protocols. So new client protocols. We want to make sure that we are setting expectations up front. We're going to talk about the benefits of H&R Block. New client welcome introduction. Welcome new clients in H&R Block. Introduce them to our brand. Enhance client preparation checklists. We're going to reinforce our brand promise. So hospitality training for CSPs, tax pros, and office managers. We're going to talk about moments of delight and then new client thank you and feedback capture. So we're going to go ahead and watch this video. And let me escape here. Back one page. Why did it not play for us? Okay, well that video is not available for some reason, so let me jump back into, oh, and I went all the way back, so now I gotta go all the way back, sorry about that. Technology, well maybe it's not the technology, maybe it's the user, right? Give me, alright. We're almost there, almost there. For some reason, the video is not playing. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the new client email welcome. New clients need to have confidence in their tax preparer. So each new client is going to get an email welcoming them. They're going to get a personalized greeting tailored to specifically for new clients. They're going to highlight working with a real tax professional and what the benefits of that are. They're going to clarify next steps, what documents to bring in, location map, that sort of stuff. We want to reassure the client's confidence that they've made the right tax prep choice. New clients want to know everything they need for an appointment to avoid second trips. So the tax prep checklist is going to be more accessible and visible. It's going to indicate what documents and information to bring in for the appointment. Moments of delight. New and all clients need the wow. It's what makes us different. So we're going to focus on the pick one and create one. We want to create joy. We want to celebrate the refund. And we want to make sure we're just giving them a simple thank you for being our client. That is very vital and important. New clients want to know that H&R Block appreciates their business and need a simple way to leave feedback about their experience. They're going to simplify the format of client survey. They're going to start with a simple thumbs up or thumbs down. It allows the client to be engaged to leave more detailed feedback if they would like to. Okay, I'm going to play the video. Okay, here we go.
Joe, thank you so much for choosing H&R Block. I understand Kayla, one of our clients, referred you to us. She's great. How do you know her?
Kayla and I work together, and my dad's accountant just retired, but you know he was way too expensive. My return is really simple, and he was charging me like $400. So Kayla had said that you've been doing her taxes for years,
Yeah.
and it was a great value. Oh, and she gave me this coupon.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. All right, well, first let me thank you for trusting Kayla and coming in to see me. I'll be sure to thank her myself for her recommendation, and I promise your trust is well placed. I will make sure again to get you the most accurate return with the best possible outcome, whether that be the largest legal refund or the lowest possible balance due. I understand your concern about the cost. Many of our clients feel the same way. Did you get a chance to take a look at our price sheet up front today?
Yeah, that was really cool. The lady who checked me in said that I could pretty much figure out the cost myself.
Right.
So I think I know what it's going to cost today, but can you confirm it?
Yep, let's talk about that because I want to make sure that we are on the same page. Our pricing philosophy is based on the complexity of each client's personal tax situation. let's take a look at the documents that you brought me today, and then I'll ask you questions so that we can confirm your pricing before we get started. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right.
So here is my W-2,
Okay.
and then here's this other thing with all my student loan stuff on it.
Perfect. All right, great. Good. So you work for XYZ Corporation, right? What do you do there?
I'm in the IT department. I make sure you update your password.
Oh, yeah, the wonderful, mystical IT department. You know, I always wondered if you guys laugh at us behind our backs when we mess something up on the computer.
Yes. No, but, you know, what seems simple to us, we forget that it can be really complicated to other people.
That's interesting. That's sort of the premise behind our upfront pricing transparency. We forget that others don't understand what complexity means like we do. So we created our pricing philosophy and pricing sheet so clients won't get caught off guard by the cost.
I appreciate that.
Oh, okay, so everything looks in order here. Let's just, awesome. We've got your W-2 and student loan interest form. And on your check-in form, you said that you do not own a home, rental property, or have any investment income, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I rent my apartment. I don't have any other investments. I am saving up to buy my own place. Yeah, but that's like a year or two away. So.
Oh, well, that's exciting. Don't let me forget to let you know about the tax implications of owning your own home before you leave today. I'll cover that and some other tips I might have for you when we wrap up, okay?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. Thanks. Do you know how long this is going to take today?
Well, we should need about half an hour to an hour today. Definitely not longer than that. Are you good on time?
No. I took the day off to run a bunch of errands. I was just seeing if I had any time to plot anything else out in the day.
Oh, okay, I see. No problem at all. All right, I just have a couple more questions. No dependents, correct?
No. Well, not unless you count my dog, Max.
Well, no, not yet. Maybe someday tax law will allow us to include our fur babies, but it hasn't happened as of yet. XYZ Corporation, is this your only income?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, great. Okay, so let me tell you what we can expect today. I will ask you some questions, go over the tax documents you brought me, and prepare your return. As I'm crunching the numbers, you'll be able to follow right along on your monitor right there. Please feel free if there are any questions that you have, don't hesitate to ask. Near the end, I will explain how we arrived to this tax outcome, whether it be a refund or a balance due. All right? Do you have any ideas what your outcome might be today? I mean, do you typically get a refund?
Well, yeah, I've gotten a refund in the past couple of years, and I'd really like for it to be the same today because I'm trying to put some money into my house down payment fund. Sorry. What about the cost? How much is it going to be?
Yes, of course. You have student loan interest, so your base fee is student retired fee. You see that right there?
Yeah, is that right? Because it says that the standard status is W-2 income only. That's what I have. What took me to a student level?
This form here, which is your student loan deduction, that is deductible. That takes you to the student filing situation. That plus your state return takes you to $198. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's a lot less than my dad's accountant.
Good. Okay, let's get started and I can let you know if you're adding to your down payment fund. I'll begin by entering your basic information right here, and then we'll take care of some of the consent forms. Okay?
Great. So now, once again, you have the chance to experience someone demonstrating what the new client experience looks like. She was very clear. Go ahead and pause and take just a couple of seconds to talk about some of the things that you may have noticed in this scene. So we're going to go ahead and talk about product sales now. This is very important for our clients. Remember, products are not just about the add-ons for our clients. They're about the right add-ons for our clients and making a better experience for the clients. So we're going to do a couple of role play practices. First scenario, Joe has given you several clues in the beginning of his tax interview that connect him to our products. He is saving to buy a home. You'll need to apply for a mortgage loan soon. And will need to apply for a mortgage loan soon. He works in information security and understands the risks and consequences of identity theft. He has a difficulty taking time off work during the day for errands. Role play the protection bundle offer to Joe. Go ahead and pause and do your first scenario. Great. Take a couple of minutes, pause once again, and debrief your role play scenario. Awesome. So now let's talk about the importance of prior client full experience and loyalty. First of all, let's never assume anything about a client. Never make an assumption about what our clients need or what our client's situation is. We still need to make sure that we are engaged with our clients. We're having great conversations, whether it's a brand new client or a prior client. Never assume that things have not changed. Remember them. Review the Blockworks notes. Take great notes so next year when they come in and you review Blockworks notes, you have things to talk about with them, that you remember them. Refresh yourself on facts about the client to delight them, their children's name, who they work for. Quickly scan the prior year return to recall their situation. So as you greet them, you have a personal experience and a personal touch with them. Acknowledge their loyalty. When you go into Appointment Manager, it's going to tell you tenure. So make sure you go and thank them for being a second-year client, for coming back to us year after year. That will also wow the client. Celebrate with your clients. So client experience improvements. So what are some things that we've improved this year to ensure that we have a great client experience? We have an update to tax tips to support tax reform. So your tax tips will now come with the new tax reform changes in it. There's a new tax estimator with more flexible entries. There's a new W-4 planner. And we've added MyBlock banner to promote account creation and usage. H&R Block personalized service consent, the 7216. Remember, the 7216 is very important for us to have contact with our clients. Many of you like to have a personal experience with your client. You like to be able to have contact with your client. Without the 7216, we cannot. So let's make sure that we're getting our clients to consent. It enables H&R Block to further personalize the experience. The consent is moved earlier in the tax interview to encourage higher take rate. And we've updated the verbiage to a more consumer-friendly language. Paperless document delivery. Make sure that we are talking about the MyBlock account. We are able to facilitate the MyBlock account creation at the desk. The clients can now use their device to create an account, and the client can opt out of paper documents and choose only to receive them through MyBlock. What a great experience. Every time that client walks out of our office with those papers in hand is risk for security of their personal information. So what a great way to keep everything secured for them. Additional updates. Prior year return e-filing. E-file now supported for 1040 returns from 2017. There are some new Appointment Manager enhancements. Clear, consistent direction to the office on when to call clients for appointment confirmation. You'll be systematically able to auto-confirm 0 to 3 days out, meaning your clients can confirm their appointments via text message or via their email. Secure messaging for retail clients. Tax pros can initiate secure messaging with clients, facilitate secure text and document sharing between tax pro and clients. Own it. You are the owner of your business. You own the experience in the office. You own the retention of your clients. You own your own destiny within this company. You own your own career. Own it. Be the brand ambassador for our company. With that, if there are no more final questions or comments, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great experience, and I look forward to seeing you soon.